Hello there. Well, if you remember on the last little part on the 85 S-10 frame, I was going to show you how to tackle brakes and put them all back together, but once I got into them, I discovered this big, ugly, nasty, rusty hole that whenever you try to put a wheel cylinder on it, it just pops right on through. So I'm going to put a hold on the brakes. I'm going to see if I can't find me a couple of these, because there's no sense of replacing one and not the other. So, but we can go ahead and do other things to it. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is try to get this ready for some paint. First thing we're going to go through, we're going to take off the shocks. They're no good. We're going to replace them anyway. And from previous owners, you know, you're going to go through and take off all your old muffler brackets and pipe hangers and stuff that you just don't need anymore, because the next time you go to put it together, you'll probably relocate it all anyway. We've already went through and took off all the gas lines, brake lines, and even took the gas tank off. It's sitting right over there. And all that mess of brake lines and gas lines. We can go ahead and sand the tank down and get it ready to paint and put it back on. But first, we'll go ahead and get the frame ready to paint. So, I'm going to go ahead and take off the rest of the brackets and all the park brake levers, cables, and all that. And then I'll show you how I'm going to tackle the rust problem a little bit. Okay, now as you can see, I've got all the extra little bracketry off and everything ready to be wire brushed. Get it ready for paint. You can tell right here I wire brushed a little spot. I'll show you what it's going to look like after you do it. I kind of like that rough look, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Today I'm just using my drill and a wire brush attachment. It's going to be time consuming, but it'll be well worth it. Alright, we've got our wire brushing done. Give us that little texture there. I kind of like that myself. Everybody's different though. But now we're just going to take us some spray can primer and try to seal it up so it don't do it again. I've already done this area here, right there, and what we're using is just a Krylon spray primer. It's just something to seal up the rust, keep it from rusting any farther. So. Okay, now we've got all the primer sprayed on it. I think I used like 6 cans or so. I had them sitting around. Figure I put them to good use. It will stop the corrosion, keep the rust from coming back. I didn't do the rear end because it's got a lot of grease and stuff on it, and I gotta do some work to hit anyway, so I figured I'd just wait till later before I done hit. Now we'll let that dry and come back and put us some black on it. Alright, now we got our primer dry, and now we're gonna spray a little black on it. Can't get my hole to work with it. Well, we got all of our black laid down, sprayed out. I believe it turned out pretty good. It's all shiny. Looks a whole lot different than what it did when I started, that's for sure. Well, I guess that's where we'll end it for today. Next time you see it, hopefully we'll have our wheels and tires on the back where we can push it in and out in case we need to work on other things. And maybe you'll get to see that motor over there set in between these frame rails. But anyway, thank you for watching.